diversity. The word itself explains that there is a lot of diversities or different kind of organisms available in a particular places. For example, in a class, we have a diversity in the form of appearance, in the form of height, in the form of living habit. For example, if we consider our country, India, so we can have a diversity in the form of religion, caste, their living style. But even though if we call as a Hindustan, but we have the diversity in the form of religion and the caste. So same here also, we cannot say one all organism living in a particular places that will be the same or a similar kind of classes. That's a diversity means there are a number of organisms present or available in a particular places. That is nothing but the diversities. Now, for example, as I said, the classes means our class. So we can have a diversity in the form of appearance and the uh, living style also. So why it is important? So is there any importance of the diversity so that we can have a application in the classification? Yes, there is an importance, because if we cannot have the importance of the diversity, so there will be the only one organism on the earth. So there is a mandatory to have a diversity to maintain the forest, or you can say the environmental conditions. So how we can differentiate it? For example, on the basis of the characteristics. Now you might have heard about this word about the characteristics. Characteristics is nothing but the features. That means how their appearance, how their looks, what are their body structure. These all are nothing but the characteristics. For example, if any person is having the height more than 6 feet and having the good physique, so that is their characteristics. So same, every organism have their specific features, or you can say the characteristics. So based upon this, so they have, many scientists have divided, or we can say the classified some characteristics, or we can say the features. So what is the basis of classification? Means what are the basic characteristics, or you can say the features which are involved in the classification of the organisms. So one scientist, that is the name Aristotle, he has divided the organism based on their living. For example, the organism living on the land, in water and in air. But can we say all the organisms living in the water, they have the same characteristics? For example, whale, starfish, octopus? No, not at all, because octopus have the different structure, body structure. Whale, they have the different body structure, and starfish, they have the different body structure. That's why there is a necessary or need to have a classification with the help of characteristics, or nothing but the appearance. So this is about the basic information. The scientist Aristotle has divided many organisms based on their living places, that is on land, in water and in air. Now these are the 5 different basics, or the basis of classification of organism. So what will be the what are the first basics or the features that can be we can divide organism in a categories. For example, first, whether the organism having the well-defined nucleus or not. Here you can say that whether the organism is eukaryotic or prokaryotic. As we know, the well-defined nucleus is found in the eukaryotic organism, and we cannot find the well-defined nucleus in the prokaryotic organism. For example, eukaryotic like a fungi, and prokaryotic, for example, a bacteria. So first character is the whether the organism having the well-defined nucleus or not. This is the first. The second is whether the cells living in singly or the group. Second is the whether the cells are living in a single or the group, or do they perform the principle of labor. Principle of labor, that means do the cells have specific functions, do the cells have perform the specific function according to their body structure. So this is the second character of classification or the basis of the classification. Now, what is the third? Whether the organism is autotroph or heterotroph. I hope everybody knows what is the autotroph and heterotroph. Autotroph is nothing but the organism which prepare their own food, that is called the autotrophs, and heterotroph means the organism which do not develop or the produce their own food or synthesize their own food, that is the heterotrophs. So this is the third characteristics which can be used as a basis of classification. That what is it? Autotrophics, or the organism whether having the autotrophic or the heterotrophic ability. The fourth one is the organism having the ability to photosynthesis and prepare their own food. This is the autotroph and phototroph is different, but the many organisms they have the ability to produce their own food. This is the fourth characteristics which can be used in the basis of the classification. What is the fifth, the last one? Every individual body develop, do they perform their specific function? For example, the cells which are living or we can say the in hands or the hand or legs, they have the different function. The cells which helps to walk to the legs which cannot use or develop in the hands, or you can say that every cells have their specific function with their body structure. In starfish they have the different functions. For the locomotion we can say for the swimming, but in human beings, for example, legs, hands or the other body structure, they have the specific cells for the specific function. So dear students, please keep in mind that what is meant by diversity, why there is a need to have a classification, because every organism they have the different type of body structure. They must have the different function according to their cells develop or the body part developed. So one scientist, the name is Aristotle, he has been divided organism or classified on the basis of only the living places. For example, on the animals are living on the land, in water and in the air. But the real characteristics, or you can say what is the basis of the classification, or what are the characteristics which can be used to classification of the organism. So these are the 5 different characteristics, or we can say the features which can be used to classify the organism. First one is whether the organism is having the well-defined nucleus or not. Second is whether the cell is are living in the single or in a group, or do they perform the function or the principle of labor. Third one is whether the organism having the autotroph or heterotroph, and fourth one is the organism, do they produce their own food and develop their according to their body structure. And the last one is whether they live individuals, or you can say the individuals or the offspring, whatever the body develop, do they perform a specific function or they not. So these are the some features which can be used to classify the organisms. If you have any problem, so my personal WhatsApp number is given in the group, so please text me for any questions or for any clarifications.